good morning, one and all present here. On behalf of Hub of Learning, we welcome all to the webinar series of VIDYASHAKTHI, Best Practices for Best Learning and Outcomes, and initiative of Hub of Learning KK1175. Welcome to the Happy Classrooms. So let's begin the session with a prayer.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
That was indeed a beautiful start. So now I would like to call our respected principal ma'am, Gitika ma'am, to begin this beautiful day.
Thank you. Yalla Ruge Namaskara. With the blessings of His Holiness, Shri Shri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji, it is indeed our pleasure that we are hosting the series VIDYASHAKTHI HOL KK1175, and we are hoping for best practices for best learning outcomes. Dear teachers, it is our pleasure that our team of 5 schools, the Assisi School, St. Sophia, Delhi Public School, and JSS Public School, all of us 5 schools together are hosting this series along with the Academy of Learning. So to begin with, I would want to know that how are you all feeling today? You can use the emojis and let us know how are you feeling in the reactions. How are you feeling today? What kind of a day is it? How is your internal level of emotional state? How are you all feeling? You can all share your reactions and let us know how are you all feeling today. You can type also. Absolutely, definitely. Some of you are feeling happy, some of you are feeling excited, some of you are looking forward to some surprise. All these feelings are in your mind. Wonderful. So dear teachers, we all thought that at VIDYASHAKTHI series, we will actually walk the talk and take you all through as to how these rather important concepts, whether they are to do with happy classroom or action research or innovative pedagogy or pre-primary pedagogy and 21st century skills, as well as design thinking, what are the teachers doing in real classrooms? That is the concept with which we started all the series, because this is by the teachers for the teachers. So welcome once again to a wonderful place to be. And for the next 1 hour, I would like you all to be in the here and now. Our mission for happy classrooms is relating education to life for a better and happier and a peaceful world. Now let's begin with, why is there so much need for, understanding happy classrooms? To begin with, if you see that the scene has changed in the past 2 years, there is happiness beyond classrooms is very important. Childhood years, children are majorly happy, but beyond classroom years, we want everybody to happy. The pandemic has been a big challenge for us. We have to now train our mind as to how can we discover the joy of learning, how learning becomes a joyful experience. There are real life challenges, and how do we overcome these real life challenges? Can we make our learning environment more vibrant, balanced consumption of our both physical and mental energy? It should not be that we are physically drained and mental energy is there, or mentally drained and there's no physical energy. Both the energy levels should be balanced. Most important, I think children need to feel safe, valued, and a sense of success should be instilled in them. Celebrating achievement and success, both are very important, and I would say little success, small success, little achievements are rather more important than big success. Building positive relationship with people around all of us is rather important, because friendship and good relations become critical for a person to be happy. When we talk about education, most parents say that we want all-round development of the child, and for that the child definitely needs to be happy. The holistic development is important. If you go to the previous slide, friends, slide number 2, I want to quickly take you to the focus of today's session. There's a need for happy classrooms. What are the different perspectives of happiness and learning? Happy values, joyful learning, happiness model at JSS, implementation of happy classrooms, and happy classrooms at a glance. The first 5 topics would be dealt by me, and after that my team of Aarti, Ramya and Shreya, they will be taking you through unleashing the 7 powerful joys as to how they have implemented happy classrooms, and finally we will close with happy classrooms at a glance. What are the objectives of happy classrooms? You can quickly glance through them and take a minute to read it for yourself as to what are the objectives of the happy classrooms. So if you skim through the happy classrooms, you will find words like nurture the element of happiness amongst children, provide holistic development, develop critical thinking and inquiry, and towards the end, you will see that sustain a happy state of mind beyond classrooms. When the children move out from the schools and move out from the classroom, that they are in a state of happiness all the time. For that, the most critical thing is to be in the here and now. Now, happiness is something, if you ask me personally, dear friends, it is something which is inside. It is an internal state. And nobody should be able to impact my internal state of happiness. However, there are many perspectives of happiness and learning, and you can see in the slide itself that Delors report and Delors pillars of learning, the triad of happiness, happy values, happiness index, happy chemicals, brain-based learning. And if you see what Mahatma Gandhi has said, he has said that happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. So let us quickly look at the perspectives of happiness. The first one is to do with the 4 pillars, and with special relation to happiness and happy classrooms, these 2 pillars, learning to be and learning to live together, hold a special hook to transact happy classroom sessions. So learning to be, what does that mean? Learning to be means to be a complete person, to be all-round development, to be holistically balanced in your cognitive domain, in your affective domain, in your psychomotor domain, all that is balanced. And the last one, learning to live together, is focusing on, going beyond your own selfish motive of what will I get out of whatever I'm doing, going beyond that, learning to live together in a neighborhood, in a classroom, with the stakeholders, with the society, and with the world. Because definitely we all understand the whole concept of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, that we are a global village. We need to be learning to live together. What is the democratic principles which should be governing us to live together? If we are understanding these four fundamental pillars of learning, I think we are in the right direction. Next, when we look at the triad of happiness, this is the source taken from Happy Curriculum of Directorate of Education, Delhi. You see that it begins with the senses, all our five senses. How are we feeling? How are we seeing? How are we experiencing? Through our senses. So through our senses, definitely we get momentary happiness. When we eat something tasty, we feel good. When we see some beautiful scenery, we feel good. When we hear nice music, we feel good. When we touch and hug, when there is a safe touch, we feel good. So these all give us momentary happiness. But if you want to go deeper, then it is very important that we understand happiness through feelings. When we say feelings, they are driven by certain values of gratitude, of resilience, of kindness, of respect. All these feelings will help us to have a greater sense of happiness. And in the triad, when you see, you will be seeing that sustainable happiness, that is also very important. Now, from momentary happiness to sustainable happiness. For sustainable happiness, it is rather important that we are in the state of flow. We are in the here and now. For this, we have to provide opportunities to children where there are challenges, and with the challenges, we also provide them skill. We keep upskilling and increase the challenge. It's like playing a game of football or badminton or basketball. All these things, you keep giving them greater challenges and keep upskilling them. Then there will be timelessness. Then people will not even realize that they're doing any hard work. They will be sheer joy. And this state of mind, if it is nurtured in the classrooms, it will result into sustainable happiness. Now, quickly, let us look at the next slide, which talks about the happiness index. And out of the 149 countries, if you see, 139 is the position of India in 2019 analysis. So India has to now improve its state of happiness. And these are the various areas that you are seeing which are considered when happiness index domain is considered. Look at education, culture, look at affective feelings, work-life balance. There are so many areas, environment, economy, the government, all of this, the psychological well-being, these are all taken into consideration. And India is quite low, so it is an alarming signal for us that we should work on happiness index as well. Now, moving from this happiness index, we did a quick survey with many teachers, and I want to thank all the teachers for participating. We had as many as 269 responses, and these 4 questions were asked from the teachers. You can take a minute to read the questions for yourself. When you look at the responses, these are the responses that you see, that not a very happy person to a very happy person. You can see about a greater number of people are saying they consider themselves a very happy person. The next graph is talking about less happy or more happy when you compare yourself with others. These are the teacher responses. And I would like you to focus on the next slide. The next slide is talking about the 4th one. If you see in this graph, some people are generally not very happy. Although they are not depressed, they never seem to be happy as they might be. To what extent does this characterization describe you? Now you see a spread, there is an equal spread of responses almost, and there are a lot of people who are saying there is no reason not to be happy, but still I feel depressed. There's a high time, friends, that we all understand that we are all blessed and there's majorly no reason to feel unhappy, but still we feel unhappy and we feel depressed. Now, how can we charge ourselves to work on a higher level of happiness? You have the next slide, which talks about the science of happiness. And it says there are certain happy chemicals that are released when you do various activities. I can use the word dose, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. These hormones are released when you do different kinds of activities, and these activities are up in front of you. To begin with, gratitude, listening to music, exercise, having a pet at your hand, and healthy relationships, meditation, yoga, laughter, dancing, all of this, and good essential oils and smells, all of this are going to get your state of happiness at a higher level. So now you know that there is a scientific way of looking at, changing your mood from being a depressed person to a happy person. So how many of you, I want to ask you, how many of you did some exercise today, or did some prayers, did some deep breathing, played with your dog, went for a walk? You can all let us know if you all did any of these exercises in the morning. You can type in the chat box and let us know if anybody did any of these exercises. If nothing else, you can go and walk down the milk booth and pick up your packet of milk. All this walk, yes, I did, very important, yoga, listening to music, all these things will definitely uplift. We know the science of happiness now. So beyond this, friends, if you go to the next slide on the values, you are understanding that Dalai Lama also has said, open your arms to change, but don't let go your values. Gandhiji has also said that change is the only constant. Definitely, we have to welcome the change. The pandemic has changed the scene of teaching and learning, and technology has been a great catalyst in helping us to reach out to many people. But at the same time, we cannot let our values go. And the values which are especially related to happiness are simplicity, peace, perseverance, resilience. How do you overcome challenges? And in the face of challenges, how are you still very happy and positive? Compassion, unity, seva, seva param dharma. At JSS Public School and group of schools, we always believe that ultimate service is the biggest virtue. So friends, peace, generosity, empathy, there's so much of war, violence, as you all know now. So all of this, if we look at peace, shanti, respect, gratitude, end of the day, we should always close our day with a sense of gratitude. All this will definitely change our mindset from an unhappy person to a happy person. Let's go on to the next slide. And this is what the National Education Policy talks about, joyful learning. You are all practicing teachers and you are familiar with these various methods of innovative pedagogy. The core focus is that when are you engaging through these different ways of teaching and learning, there should be a feeling of something new. It is a step towards joyful learning, both for the teacher. Nowadays, teacher is not the teacher. Teacher is a facilitator, educator, and beyond that is a co-learner, I would say. Is a practitioner, reflective practitioner. And for that, even the teacher should feel that she is doing something new. He is doing something new in the classroom. And that will also percolate to making the classroom more enjoyable and innovative. Finally, when we go on to the slide, which reflects skills of joyful learning. You're all familiar, 21st century skills, the 4 C's, which also lead to being adaptable, flexibility. You have to develop leadership in children. There has to be initiative, sense of direction. And whenever a responsibility is given or taken, you have to give an output and be accountable as to whether there is success or failure. You have to accept that you are accountable for that. And last but not the least, social and cultural interaction is very, very important, because whatever we are learning is in the context of environment. So there are these few maxims that have evolved as a result of our journey with Happy Classrooms, dear teachers, making connections to learning outcomes. Okay, we have to definitely, first of all, make connections with the past, present, and future objectives and see that whatever they are doing in the classrooms, are they related to the learning outcomes. We need to personalize. When we are engaging children in the classroom, we definitely need to see whether we are reaching out to each individual, because there is a heterogeneity in the classroom. There are different types of learners, different learning styles, and there are the young and challenged children as well. So definitely we need to personalize instruction, and at the same time make the students realize that it is their journey, that the learning is for their understanding and for being productive individuals beyond school. So develop the spirit of inquiry and curiosity, from engagement to expression. The children have to be actively involved in the classrooms, and then after, it's just not dancing or music or theater. They have to be able to express after the engagement, and the expression has to be hooked on into the learning outcomes that you set out to achieve. Self-reflection. How did my learning go? What are the gaps in my learning? There are certain graphic organizers which we can use, the KWL chart, which you all know. So these kinds of ways to help the children to self-reflect, and then also see that how are you relating to all the people around you, and develop relation building. Innovate and create disciplinary. From the confines of one discipline, we have to move on to transdisciplinary, inter-subject connections, and beyond subjects. Another layer should be, does this whole learning bring joy? And with that joy, as I said in the triad of happiness, from momentary pleasure which we get from our senses, we move on to sustained joy, and that is only possible when we provide challenges and skill the children so that they're always engaged and there is a sense of timelessness. Let's move on to the 4 and 3 books that we have been referring to, the UNESCO's books on Happy Classroom, Happy Curriculum by the Directorate of Education, Delhi, and the CBSE, which we have used as a Bible of joyful learning. Now, friends, I just want to show that whatever we are sharing today is very organic. We have been executing many activities in the school, and now we have collated and come out with a book which we've called Happy Classrooms, Relating Education to Life for a Happier, Peaceful and Better World. It will be released soon by JSS Mahavidyapita. Let me take you through the chapters that we have covered in the Happy Classroom books, and from this is what my teachers are soon going to take you through, how we have executed Happy Classrooms. Let's together make the world happier. It all starts in the classroom. I just want you all to quickly look into these chapters. And finally, there are certain big ideas that we all have conceptualized, and all that we are teaching and engaging our children are around these big ideas. They are mindfulness, positive well-being, balancing emotions, inquiry, celebrations, creativity and imagination, and joyful learning. This model is an evolving model at JSS, and as you can see, the 3 apex point of the triangle, we have the big ideas, the feelings and emotions and values, and the school environment. The school environment has to be friendly and non-threatening. At the input level, we have parents, teachers, and child-centric learning and teaching, engaging, experiential learning, expression, and through a lot of opportunities where aesthetic expression is given special focus for children to learn and express their learning, and the result we feel are happier children, happier teachers, holistic development, and we take them forward beyond the classroom into a happier individual in the society. So these are our focus areas and a big picture of what we have conceptualized. Hope my team will be able to share their journey, and I wish them all the luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So again, I'm here. Good morning again. So I'll be sharing my screen. So we learned about joyful learning. I'll just present my screen to show you a video regarding joyful learning. I personally like this video because it's full of enthusiasm. So that was the video about joyful learning, full of joy, full of happiness. 1 minute, I think. 1 minute. I think my screen is visible. So that was the video regarding joyful learning. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. So now I'll present my screen. Just give me 1 minute.
Forward to welcome over 1 million immigrants.
There is. Yeah, I'll just present my screen. Then I'll be taking you. Yeah. So here we are unleashing the 7 powerful joys. One would be mindfulness. Second will be welcoming emotions. Third would be heal and learn through stories. Fourth would be art and education, aesthetic expressions, positive well-being, and celebrating learning. So here, me and my colleagues will be going to unleash these 7 powerful joys. So I'm going to unleash the first joy, that is mindfulness. Quickly, I want response from all of you. What is mindfulness as per you? Like, we keep on hearing about mindfulness, like being in present moment, active. So what do you think about mindfulness? What is mindfulness to you? Any idea? Just because here we are here for the interactive session. It doesn't matter we are writing, we are answering right or wrong. What matters is we are interacting with each other. We are participating just to share our thoughts and ideas. So what in the present moment, satisfaction, and I would like request all of you to hear this music, just being in present moment. Don't let you distract and share your thoughts, whatever you are feeling right now. I'll just present my screen and I request to listen that music, understand what thoughts is going out right now.
Aarti, we are not able to hear.
So friend, just imagine that you are in a place where there is peace, there is a lake, there is a waterfall. Just imagine yourself in that place and how are you feeling? Just go through your feelings. So imagine you're in a garden where there is a free flow of waterfall, there is a beautiful
So that was mindful listening. So quickly, I want all of you to share what thoughts came into your mind while listening that music. Quickly type in a chat box. What thoughts? Like for me, it was like very calm and soothing music. I was feeling like going on vacations. What about you? So quickly type in a chat box. What were your thoughts while listening that music?
For a moment, we will forget everything, ma'am. Whatever past, future, everything will forget.
That is mindfulness. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your experience. Actually, that is mindfulness, being in present moment. Because nowadays we are busy in our schedule so much that we keep on worrying about our future, what we have done in our past, what we are going to do tomorrow, what we are going to cook in the afternoon. So this is like our daily routine nowadays. But mindfulness teaches us how to being in the present moment, how to enjoy the present moment. So that's what mindfulness is, paying attention in the present moment, focusing here and now. And what are the benefits of mindfulness? It's stay calm under stress, avoid getting too upset, slow down, listen better, intentionally increasing awareness of experiences, non-judgmental. So like if we are enjoying our present moment, we'll feel happy. No worries about future, past, what someone going to tell us about this thing. If you tell us, just being in present moment. So, and moreover, I would request everyone to just share at least 5 or 10 minutes on yourself, because it's very important. Because if we are happy, we are going to spread happiness. And of course, happy teachers creates happy classrooms. It's not about classroom only, in our family also. So we have to focus on ourselves with mindfulness. So during the happy classrooms, we have covered various breathing exercises like candle breathing, bunny breathing, elephant breathing, petal breathing, rainbow breathing. So these are the various breathing exercise we have covered in our happy classrooms. So in happy classrooms, going further, you are going to see, as our principal ma'am said, these are very organic, all the artwork done by our students only. So for the little ones, how we are going to teach the breathing. So quickly, I want all of you to sit, relax. Wherever you are, just sit, relax, leave yourself, relax. So this is the exercise we do for the little ones, for the pre-primary, for the kids like nursery or LKG. We tell them quickly rub your hands fast on your eyes. It's not only for the children, we can also do it. So we ask them to imagine there is a flower in their hand. Just smell the flower and blow it. Again. So this is the very quick breathing exercise which we do during our happy classrooms. And now comes yoga and mindfulness to be in present moment. I want all of you to quickly type in a chat box how yoga and mindfulness are related. I want all of you to quickly type in a chat box how yoga and mindfulness are related. What do you think? What is your thought?
It gives stableness.
Yes. Anyone else? As I said, it's not, we are like no right or wrong answer. We are here to interact, to share our experiences. All these are real life experiences. We experience it every day, whether yoga, mindfulness, emotions.
We'll get connected.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your lovely feedback. So mindfulness is an important aspect of physical practice of yoga. When we do yoga and mindfulness, they both teach how to control our breathing, and being in present moment. So both yoga and mindfulness helps us in quiet the mind, in calm ourselves and reducing the stress. And we have introduced yoga as a skill subjects in our school. So this time, first batch of 12th is going to pass out of yoga. So since last year, skill subjects have been taken by the students. Yoga skill subject has been taken. So yoga and mindfulness both are very important. if you see the next slide, this particular asana, pranamaya, it focuses on the breathing control. It focuses on the physical as well as mental wellness. So this picture, if you see, the pre-primary students and first and second students, they have actually traced their breathing. While doing breathe in and breathe out, they traced out their breathing very nicely and then colored it with mindful drawing. So here we actually combine the two activities. One is breathing activity, another one is mindfulness. So here, if you can see the picture, they have beautiful trace there, breathe in and breathe out. So again, in breathing and breathe out, we have done various breathing exercise like bubble breathing, rainbow breathing, and candle breathing, elephant breathing, flower breathing. So these are the breathing exercise we have done in the happy classrooms. Now we come to the mindfulness. So mindfulness, what are the activities we have done in the happy classroom mindfulness, like belly breathing, mindfulness with sense organ, mindful listening, seeing, smelling, touch, eating and walking. So mindfulness is not like only doing one activity. Whatever we are doing, we can slides, we are going to learn how. So engaging senses mindfully. So actually mindfulness is engaging with our 5 sense organ. So we all know what are our 5 sense organ. So mindfulness is like engaging with the sense organ. Either we are seeing something or smelling or taste or feel or hear. So we are engaging all our 5 sense organ. For example, if we give some like fruit to a child, we can tell him or her what are, can you feel the fruit? Is it soft or is it hard? What color it is? If you taste it, what is it, tangy or is it sweet? Or if you can smell it, what fragrance you are getting. So these are the mindful activities engaged. We can engage with our sense organs. So here I would like to request all of you quickly look at the picture, observe this picture and type in a chat box what all you can observe in this. Just being in present moment, leave your worries, leave your stress, be calm, be focused in present moment and pay focus and attention to this picture, and quickly type in a chat box what you all can observe in this picture. All minute details you can observe, like what shape it has, what color it has, yeah, what pattern it has. So this is mindful seeing. We observe very minutely, being in present moment, non-judgmental. Yes, thank you so much for participation. Then we have done various activities like mindful listening, mindful walking, mindful seeing, mindful smelling, mindful touch. Like in our happy classrooms, we give some kind of object to a child, like close eyes, relax, breathe in, breathe out, being non-judgmental, hold that particular thing and feel what is it exactly, what shape it has, what texture it has. Is it soft? Is it hard? Or any other thing you can observe, for example, ear or tail. So after that, this mindful touch, child will share his experience, what object he was holding. So that is mindful touch. So mindfulness is not like one day, like we learn mindfulness is one day or it's going to it in our daily life. We are definitely going to help from it. Then we have mindful eating routine habits, and especially this mindful eating cycle. Why do I eat, when to eat, what to eat, how much to eat, and where to eat? Because nowadays, most of the parents, they face this problem. My child takes 1 hour in eating the food, all the meals, like whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Children, they take 1 hour in finishing their food, and most of the parents, they are facing this problem. So mindful eating is like being in that present moment, appreciate the food, and most importantly, without any distraction. That what we are going to we teach our students without any distraction how to be the part of mindful eating. Like especially like when you are eating your meal, just turn off your TV, just turn off your phone, being with family, express your thoughts. How was your day? Just quickly. We also like tell parents to at least one meal you share with your children. How was your day? How was your day? What's your friend did? So like that, we can express our emotion, express our thoughts. So that was about mindfulness. Now come the welcoming emotions. In the welcoming emotions, we have done balancing emotions, how to balance emotion of myself, how to balance the emotion of the other, how to identify the emotions. If I'm sad or if my friend is sad, so you know how to express the emotion of myself as well as the emotion of my friend. I request all teachers to please mute yourself. Then in this unit, we have covered building relationship, how to build relationship like happiness with family and friends, happiness with nature. So these are the topics we covered in welcoming emotions. Emotions, we all know what is emotions, like happy, sad, angry, excited, surprise. So these all the emotions we have. But when a child comes, we tell, or especially like, you know, most of like people, they say, you are a boy, don't cry. Why? Crying is also emotion. He's expressing himself. Let him express. All emotions, they are very natural. It's a human nature to express the emotion. We should never stop a child or anyone to express the emotions. Yes, extreme of everything is really bad, of crying or being angry. But yes, if child is expressing emotions, let him be, because all expressions, they are natural and it's a normal human tendency to express the emotions. So then in Happy Classroom, we have covered the mood meter. So quickly, I want all of you type in a chat box, what is your mood meter today? And you can see in the screen, like children, they have done the activity of mood meter. And someone is writing 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. My family, we had breakfast together. So that's why he's happy. Then 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Study time with my friend. That's why he's happy. So at least the child knows why he's happy. He's able to identify his emotions. So that is very important. So I request all of you to quickly type in a chat box, what is your mood meter today? Happy. Good. So why this mood meter is important? It helps in identifying the emotions, because if we are happy, we are aware, we are happy and why we are happy. If we are sad, why we are sad. At least we can know the reason. If we are sad or, you know, depressed or little, our day is not a good day. So we can make out what is the reason. So this mood meter is very important and children, they enjoyed a lot. So with these activities also, you can make out that mood meter. They have beautifully expressed their mood meter through their drawings. Thank you so much for your responses. Then we have done the activity, positive affirmation, that we all know what is positive affirmation. That is the all positive things we tell to child, like, you know, it's, if we keep on telling child, no, you are not good enough to do that. What have you done? All the time you create mess. So child also starts believing in that thing. So we should always keep child motivated, increase his self-esteem through positive affirmation. And also we have done the self-awareness mirror reflection activity. So here quickly, I want all of you to open your mobile phones. I know that we are experts in taking selfies now. Quickly open your mobile phones, camera, selfie, and just look at yourself and write at least 2 positive affirmation about yourself. Come on, quickly. It's not that we don't have anything. We are also important, because if we are happy, our children are happy. So quickly take out your phone, because I know we cannot go into the mirror right now. Quickly take out your phone, open the camera, look at yourself, and at least write 2 positive affirmation and 2 positive things about yourself. So here we have the responses. I'm bold and beautiful. Yes, definitely you are. I'm beautiful and unique. Yes. So all this positive affirmation, and, you know, if we spread happiness, we also feel happy, right? It's a right to feel happy. Why not to feel happy, right? So it's like, if we start believing in ourselves, definitely we are going to spread the happiness to our children as well. Yeah, beautiful and positive. Thank you so much for your beautiful responses. So like that, we have done our self-awareness mirror reflection activity as well as positive affirmation activity with our children. And you can see they have beautiful drawn themselves in the mirror or in the positive affirmation activity. Also, in the balancing emotions, we have done gratitude, we have done values, we have done finding happiness in nature, happiness in little things we have. We teach children to find happiness in the little things, little moments they enjoy. It's like if it's raining, go and enjoy it. It's not that you have to go out, just look out the window, enjoy the rain. There are very beautiful moments we can enjoy. For example, here again, I again request to all of you just to write your beautiful moments. For example, for me, having a cup of tea in the morning is a beautiful moment. What is your happy moment? Quickly type in a chat box. We should not take much time. It's a happy moment. It's a happy, I know having a cup of tea in morning is my happy moment. So what is your happy moment? We should all aware of our happy moments so that we can enjoy the little things in our life. Driving to school, giving my time, yes, cooking, yes. So at least it's very appreciable that we all aware that what is our happy moments, because it leads us to enjoy the little things in our life, and same things we teach children in the happy classrooms. So in the artwork also you can see they have beautiful share their thoughts. So here I end my topic and I request my friend Shreya to unleash the another powerful joy. Over to you, Shreya.
Mamta, can you just unmute yourself?
Hi everyone, myself Meena. So now you're going to learn about story. I'll call my man now. Are you all ready? Yes, ma'am, ma'am. Thank you, Meena. Heal and learn through stories. So story plays a very important role. It helps children to be happy, show kindness, caring, love, and also values. Storytelling is an art of using language, vocalization, physical movement, gesture, images of story. Coming to language, the language of storytelling involves the skills of listening, especially when story is told in their mother tongue. The child can grab it very quickly. Vocalization, it is the modulation of voice. It's easier to listen and comprehend. So while narrating a story, add a bit of drama like making some funny noise, like a voice of baby or animal sound like old person. For example, "Hi, how are you all?" So here, the children shows their attention. Coming to physical movement, is an action done in storytelling. Engaging whole body in storytelling. For children, it creates dynamic and dramatic. Children are fun to watch, grab their attention. So for example, in a story, the character like a rabbit is running fast, 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 let's run, run, run. So here you can see a children's happiness and involvement in the story. Gesture is a facial expression and body language. If the story told happily, the children will feel very happy. When it is a sad moment, in the story, the children make sad faces. Here the expressions from the children. So this way the children will connect to the gesture. Coming to images of story. Images helps to children to understand what they're reading. And showing images, it helps children to recall the stories. Okay. So next we are going for types of backfull tales. So stories can be taught in a different ways like draw and tell, finger play, do and tell story, puppet show, concept-based stories, mindful stories. So draw and tell story. Draw and tell can happen through stories. Here I am the narrator of story and I have lost my bingo, the dog. So here I go searching for my dog by telling a story and drawing the scenes according to that. Here we can see children's involvement in the story. And here you can see some more samples. And next, let's go for finger play. Finger puppet can help children to learn rhymes, songs as they imitate puppets too. There are a number of motor skills children can improve through playing the puppets. Show and tell. Show and tell stories are very interesting. Child will be eager to express the surprise has been done. While narrating a story, a child will be fully engaged in this type of stories. So puppet shows are one of the best educational activity. Children have lots of fun and entertainment. And create interaction, it has lots of development benefits. Dance and drama can enhance facial expression, body movements, smile. Here we can see the child will connect to the stories. Concept-based stories, when storylines are combined with the subject themes, the child can easily understand the themes through the character, events, concepts, values. So elements of story. Elements of stories are like setting, character, problem, solution, beginning, middle and end of the story. Here you can see the level of story row 1. Here the children will learn colors of elements. Then they draw story with the help of story row. These are the samples which our children have done in the class. And level 2 story row. Here the children use the happy, very happy, like they learn first the elements of colors. Then you can see with the helping words complete the story with the help of pictures given in the story row. And this is level 3. Children will draw the story elements. Then they write whole story with the helping words. Thank you. So next coming topic is art in education. Over to you, ma'am.
Shreya, you can stop sharing your screen.
Yes.
So friends, while Aarti starts the presentation, we are all very familiar with art integration in education, because when we integrate art and say art, it means theater, music, dance, drama, all kind of aerobics, exercises, everything comes under expression of art. Art in education is helping to develop all the affective domain, the psychomotor domain, the cognitive domain, all these domains are developed, and this helps in the holistic development of the child. Nowadays, there is a lot of focus on skill development, and you see in the slide as well that cognitive skills like the thinking skills, higher level order thinking skills, affective skills like interpersonal relationships, psychomotor skills is your muscular dexterity when you're doing experiments and when you're playing and engaging and drawing. All these skills are developed, and that's when, as we said, what is the main objective of Happy Classroom is to develop all-round development of the child. So when you are teaching children through art, you are going beyond the core aspects, the skills that are required in mastery of the art per se, whether it is dance, drama, or art. You are using those skills to understand a subject. And as Maria Montessori has said, that learning is a happy affair. That's exactly what happens when art in education is focused on. There is joy, there is involvement, there is engagement, there is timelessness, there are aha moments, and there is discovery and creativity and innovation. Because we don't want the children to reproduce what is already there. We want them to use their own expression and come out with innovation, something new. That's what's important in today's dynamic, challenging world. So most of you all have been doing this, and as I have already said, if that has to happen, then the state of flow is rather important. Any skill, whether it is a thinking skill or the interpersonal relationship skill or the psychomotor skill, any skill has to be taken through different levels from simpler to higher, more demanding levels of skill learning. At the same time, you have to provide your challenges, from easy challenges to difficult challenges. Quite the same way where you learn how to play cricket or basketball or play an instrument. All of this requires skills. In learning also, there is the context is the core concept that you are teaching, but the learning happens as a output of the experiences that we are providing the children, and that expression could be in dance, could be in music, could be in theater. The learning outcome remains the same, but the expression changes. This is where we are personalizing teaching and learning, giving opportunities to children to be their own individuals and, you know, becoming independent learners. So we will quickly take you through the various learning activities that our children have done. And as you can see, they are studying about a village life and city life, and they're showing how a village life and a city life is different. Or you go to the next slide on constellations, patterns. Patterns are the mother of all intelligence, you all understand. But when you project it in an art form, there is a new dimension, new understanding. And at JSS Public School with Happy Classroom, what we have done, we have also given one more layer of happiness as to what is the element of happiness that you feel when you are learning a core concept. And that's how you can see the artwork so vibrant. And the skill of art, if this is all real fine art or artistic expression, then you can see that we have taught them. We have taught them color, harmony, balance, line, shape. All of that has been taught at one end when we are talking about drawing. At the other end, there is the core concept, cognitive understanding of the constellation. And finally, beyond that, what is the purpose of being an individual? Being happy. So we have told them that put it in a way where you feel happy. What is a sense of happiness that you connect? We have personalized it also as to what are your zodiac signs, etc. So like this, friends, we have taken art in education in a big way at our school, and whether it is to do with the germinating experiments, measuring the growth of the plant, etc., or when you go on to the other slides on, look at the slide on butterfly. If you open it, it says happiness is drawing different patterns in the butterfly. Amazing world of animals, curious to know how birds will migrate and explore the facts. That's what I told you, the maxims of joyful learning. You have to instill curiosity, and then only innovation will happen. Then only expression will happen. Then the child will forget that they are learning anything. They will be in a state of flow and express their own understanding of the world and the concept that we are teaching. So like this, we went on. We were making our children conscious that you are learning concepts, but what are the skills you are learning? Critical thinking or affective domain or psychomotor domain. And along with that, are you all happy? When you see, understand the river, the flow of the river, the stages of the river, how would you feel? Which stage would you like to be in and why? Look at this very interesting, the famous, why the mango falls, why the apple falls. But look at this, happiness in exploring ripened fruit falling from the branch of the process of inertia of rest has been taught. Only the branch moves to and fro. The moment they use the word, like movement, to and fro, and they look at the joy of new things, the wonder and curiosity, and look at even learning through phenomena-based learning, the phenomena being the focus, then you integrate it with different subjects. I think it gives a new dimension to learning altogether. Definitely partner state for us is Uttarakhand, and we have also integrated various forms of art, concepts, flowers, everything into our teaching. So like this, we went on with music, with dance, with theater. All these activities were done and many more. And I wish you all happy, integrated teaching and learning of arts in school. Thank you, Aarti, very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So now I would like to call my friend Ramya to unleash the another powerful joy. Over to you, Ramya.
Thank you so much, Aarti. Thank you so much, ma'am. Indeed, it was a lot of information that we have got. So now the teachers who are here on the platform, I would just like to take you on a brief note about aesthetic expressions. So what is aesthetic expression? Aesthetic means the pleasant, positive, or artful appearance of a person or a thing. Aesthetic may be defined narrowly as the theory of beauty, the concept of expression and presentation. As Gitika ma'am just told, I create and I enjoy. It might be through theater, through dance, to visual art and music. Communication skills, I request teachers to kindly go on mute. So communications, creativity, choice, and collaboration. It includes all the C's are interlinked: communication skills, creativity, choice, and collaboration. In this platform, I would like to experience and share one of my real-time experience, which I had a very recent time. Being teachers, we all teach different concepts to children. Here in the last class, when I had a class, we were teaching the concept of clock. The clock has two hands, one the short hand and the big hand, and which shows the hours and minute hands. One child, I got a call from a parent immediately after my class telling that, ma'am, could you please share the picture of the clock that you showed to demonstrate in the class? And without asking why, I just shared the image. Later on by evening, I got a beautiful art made by the child. Beautiful craft was created by the child of the clock, which I had shown them in the class. So here, my idea was just to teach the concept of time, but the child, it has opened his mind, and the child wanted to learn how to make a clock for itself. So these are all the real life experiences that as teachers, we do experience. Choice and collaboration with the teachers has to be the teaching should be without a blindfold. The teachers should be just the route showers, not the takers to the routes. So now here I'm going to the next slide. I create and I enjoy. So the creation, when we do, the enjoyment is more in the creation we do. The scope and sequences of art are inquiry, explore, discover, creativity, reflect, respond, investigate, and critical thinking. So now elements of art. Art is a major concept that we are going to talk here today. So the elements of art are line, shape, color, value, texture, space, form, balance, contrast, and many more things. So now let's go for the elements of art. Line. Lines can be vertical, horizontal, diagonal, curved, shape, thick or thin or anything. Doodling a day keeps the worries at bay. This is a best thought. Doodling with crayons, both hand doodling, using the both hands in doodling builds a very good eye-hand coordination, and it helps in the left brain and right brain development. Both the brains are equally used here, and which also develops in the very good memory, to build a very good memory. So next I would like to go on shapes. Shapes has two types, that is the organic shapes and the geometric shapes. Organic shapes has no bounds. It can be anything in nature that we get. The shapes that can be found in nature, for example, a fruit has a shape, a vegetable has a shape, a flower, and the shells. So these shapes need not be very perfect. So it is open and dynamic in its nature. Geometric shapes are the mathematical shapes, such as we use a square, circle, and they are perfect and regular. So here are some of the artwork that were done by the students relating the shapes and lines. So next, we are going to talk about the mandala art. Mandala art are the collaboration and the coordination of the shapes here. All the shapes arranged in a way gives you a beautiful creativity. So along with this mandala art, it is interlinked with Rangoli, which is the tradition and custom in the South India, where we follow in the more. The collaboration of joins, the keeping of dots or the joining of the dots might include the brain development and the memory of the child here also. Knowingly or unknowingly, the child is learning to interlink the mandala art with the Rangoli. Then when we talk about colors, colors are divided into two, that is the primary color and secondary color, which we all know. Two primary colors are mixed and we get a secondary color. Along with this, going further, we are talking about warm colors and cool colors. We refer this to the weather or the climate that we see outside. When it is very hot, usually it is pictographed in bright colors, like as red, orange, and etc. And when it is cool, we usually say green, blue, purple, violet. Like this, it goes. That is the bright colors and the cool colors. So here are some of the art by the little ones using their creativity they have done. The sun here, the sun rays, they show the sun to be very cool, and you can see a hot dog and a cool cat with the color discrimination that they have have done on their own imagination. So now value describe the lights and the darkness of the surface of the colors. So the lightest value, the happiest value is always shown in the bright colors, whereas the darkest value is shown in the dark shades, that is the blue, black, and goes on. Next, the texture. Texture is the surface quality that can be seen and felt. Textures can be rough, smooth, soft, or hard. There are two types of texture. That is the actual texture that we see and the visual texture. The actual texture is that we touch, we feel, and then we express it. But whereas the visual texture is a texture that we see and then we analyze it. And then going about forms. Forms are of three-dimensional objects, while shapes have two dimensions, that is the length and the width. Here, the describing between to distinguish between the shapes and the dimensions, it is really very difficult. But a very slight change we have. Dimensions have two, that is the height and width, 2 dimensions, and whereas the height, width, and depth has 3 dimensions. Balance is very much important in the artwork of a child. Symmetric, 2 sides are the same. Asymmetric, 2 different, but visually we feel it is equal. And the radial art, which starts from the between of the page. And next, patterns. Where don't we find patterns? We find patterns everywhere. The sun, the star, the sun that raises has a pattern. The raindrops that fall has a pattern. The wind that blows has a pattern. As Gitika ma'am told, the river that flows has a pattern. So there is pattern that is inbuilt in nature. Patterns are all around us in nature as well as in the art and the designs. To see the patterns, the shapes, the regular or irregular patterns, abstract patterns, symmetric patterns and natural patterns, man-made patterns, and repetition patterns. Unity. Unity means that all the elements within the artwork are in harmony. Variety within elements adds interest to the composition. So next, let us go to the next activity, that is about the cloud gazing. Cloud gazing is a very beautiful and relaxing activity, I can just tell you, where the creativity of the child is shown in its own way. Just take the child out for a walk, just ask them to sit down peacefully and just look at the cloud and then tell them to draw what they have seen. You believe it or not, beautiful things come. The clouds look very different to an adult and a child. Some feel it has an ice cream, some see fish in that, some see birds. The cloud formation itself will be very different, and lots of creativity will be seen here when the child is drawing on its own. So next, moving ahead, experiment wonder. I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, and I do and I understand. So this is the main motto here in JSS that we do. Something when the child experience on its own, when the child does something on its own hand, the memory it goes is long lasting rather than mugging up or by hearting. So this is the motto we keep here and we work, and the children are always on very eagerly to experience something new. Every time they ask, ma'am, what are we going to do new? What are we learning today? So in such experiments, we have a list of experiments that we did: water experiments, color experiments. So one such experiment with the child has done is the blooming flower, and then air has weight. So all such little age appropriate experiments were done. So here is the list of experiments that we generally do with the little ones here. And then going ahead, color experiments also we did. The Skittle rainbow experiment. So here, along with the color discrimination, the water molecules are more active in warmer water than the cold water. So this has to be thought according to the level wise. For the small children, when we say they can see the color coming out from the skittles, which is itself a wow moment for them. But as we take it to the higher level, we have to talk about the exact science reason behind it, that the water molecules are more active in the warm water than in the cold water. So here, as I have given you the real life experience also, we teachers should not be blindfolded to the children. In fact, we have to be more open-minded, and we have to find every positive point in what the child is about to say. So next, I'll move upon to celebrations, celebrating learning. What do we mean by celebrate learning? How to celebrate learning? Celebration of learning, or more or less a display of a student work. The events compel students to reflect on an articulation, what they have learned, how they have learned, questions they have answered, research they have conducted, and areas of strength and struggle. As Geetika ma'am told, learning is a happy affair. Yes, of course, learning is a very happy affair which has to be exhibited. The art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. Make time to celebrate your accomplishments, no matter big or small. So here, a very small good, one word good given by a teacher is equal to a bundle of joy that the child receives. So it might not take a long time for us to say, yes, very good, you have done a great job. But that very good and a great job, makes a milestone mark in the child's mind. So your every little celebration that we have, it might be our birthdays, getting dressed itself is which gives lots of positive vibes. And I think you all can see we all are dressed up to keep ourselves happy over here. So along with this, learning can be done in a very happy mode when it is worked in a group as a collaboration. So many such activities were conducted at JSS Public School, HSR layout. We had done Shishu Sante, where children had their own fun in arranging things and having the feel of pretend and play in the shopping without the presence of their parents and saying no. And next, we had the World of Wheels, the triathlon we had. Children were shown lots and lots of information about the wheel. The wheel projects were done at school. Next, the Toy Town. This was the best experience the children had. They created the Toy Town for their own. They started picking up their favorite toy. They started drawing about what they felt and why do they like the toy. And circus comes to town. Circus was set up and was put up. Different things were arranged in it. Colorful tent was the center of attraction. Circus is a non-competitive way to engage children. Circus focuses on fitness, fun through giving participants an opportunity to participate and practice a wide variety of skills. So I think the picture speaks a lot rather than eye telling. And next we have Jurassic Park. Here, as I told you, the best out of waste products were used to create the Jurassic Park, where the children were educated from the life cycle, from the egg to the dino. The different stages of the dino was explained, and later on they all came up with their own drawings and artwork, which was mind-blowing experience. Different kinds of culture and different kinds of smile. Being happy doesn't mean everything is great. It means that you are able to see what's great in everything. So why is India famous for? India is referred to as a land of festivals of different culture, ethnic background, language, religion, sentiment, diversity, history, and different tradition in all states. So why do we celebrate festivals in schools? All festivals in schools are celebrated to bring the students, the awareness of the awareness among the students, that each other cultural belief, that we have to respect every religion, every culture to be respected, and peace and harmony to be held hand in hand. Because when I'm at home, the child celebrates only the family festivals which are meant to be celebrated by a family. But whereas when the child comes to school, we celebrate national festivals, harvest festivals, and festivals of all, like caste and creed here is of no, religion is nowhere recognized here, where we celebrate all festivals. Celebrating festivals bring lots of joy and smile on children, and the outcome here, I would like to present some of the artwork that the children have done. Annual Day is one among the celebrations where we all forget who we are and, just get dressed up and enjoy to the move. The school annual day communicates the school academic year. It is a time to celebrate and the student as well as the students' achievements and teamwork. As I told you, beginning in aesthetic expressions about the collaboration, it is the teamwork that we have to be proud and stand together, and we celebrate annual days, sports day, at school. And here, as Aarti ma'am told in the beginning, happy teachers can create happy classroom. Yes, when the teacher comes in and walks into a class with a happy mindset, definitely she can create a happy classroom with the child there. By saying this, I would like to end my talk and I would like to call upon Aarti. Yes, Aarti, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much, Rama ma'am. Again, just give me one moment. I'll share my screen. So in the last, the happiness at glance, there is a mind map of happiness. I'll give you quickly a few seconds to have a look at it and just to try to find out what is your happiness. For example, here the happiness is laughter, happiness is excitement, happiness is fun, happiness is smiling, happiness is going out, happiness is staying at home and having a cup of tea. Happiness is music. Happiness is gardening. Happiness is enjoying the sunshine. Happiness is enjoying the rainbow. So try to find out what is your happiness. So here I end my session, and in the end, I would like to request our respected principal ma'am. Please, ma'am, share your few words. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, team. Well, for me, at the moment, happiness is inviting a principal colleague in Mrs. Karuna Yadav ji, Principal Kapil Gyan Vidyapeeth, Jaipur, and I reach out to her to share her impressions on happy classrooms. Thank you very much.
Hi, Gitika.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, everyone. All the teachers, you were wonderful. And I'm sure the participants, those who are there against the screens, they're all wonderful set of people. Those who are actually concerned about the world called education and school education per se, yes. And I'm so happy. Now, my colleagues there, apart from Gitika, I know she's one wonderful soul, totally immersed into the world of education. But then the rest of the others, those who are watching, the NEP content, we see it has come up. There's nothing which is there inside which we did not know earlier. But then still it's an intent document. The intention as to where we are going to take our education and make them happy.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I'll do the counseling. Gitika, time ho gaya, I know.
So thank you, Karuna. Hugs, lots of hugs.
Love you all. And girls, do your best. Keep making a difference in whichever part of the country you are. What y'all can do, no one can else do. And keep on doing it.
Yes.
Love you all. And love you.
Thank you, Karuna madam. Thank you so much. And relationship building, friends, is very important. Karuna ma'am, a very good friend of mine. We met over a experiential learning workshop at CBSE, and that's where we have picked up. So if you need to be happy, you know, the 4 doors, the hormones have to be released. As she says, love yourself, positivity, dance, laughter, vibrations, doing service and seva.
The more reflective you are, the more effective you are.
Yes.
So you have to reflect yourself.
So you need to be reflective practitioners as well.
Yes.
I want to take this opportunity to once again thank Karuna madam to be a part of our venture. And dear friends, my team of teachers, it is a maiden step. For the first time, they have put in thoughts that they have actually done in classroom, collated it and understood happiness in some way. We will definitely take it forward, and in this journey you are all welcome to be a part of this program. Thank you very much for joining, and I thank all my principal colleagues to encourage you all to join. On behalf of our hub KK1175, we are really proud that this is a new milestone that we have put in the scene and a scenario of hubs, and our partner schools, the Assisi School, the Academy of Learning, Delhi Public Schools, and Sophia School, all of us, and JSS Public HSR, we have been moving together onward and upward to see that the core interest is our child, and our children emerge as joyful, happier children, and relate education to life in a sense that makes everybody else happy. Thank you very much, everybody, once again. And our series are on. The next program is today itself at 11:30, where St. Sophia is going to talk about pre-primary pedagogy. These series are important and unique because our teachers are executing and sharing what they have done. So you're most welcome to continue to be a part of this lovely, amazing journey. Thank you once again. And this form has been put. Also, our YouTube series, all of them will go on YouTube as well, and you can take it forward from there. Thank you once again. Does anybody want to say anything? Most welcome. And otherwise, we've come to the end of the program. Anybody interested in sharing any thoughts? So in this program, we have by and large kind of documented what can be shown in terms of art and expression. But when we do happiness, we are highly engaging into yoga, dance, music, a lot of experiential learning, experiment, integrating with subjects. So the entire school environment is very friendly, nurturing, non-threatening, and personalizing instruction in a way that each child feels safe and secure and happy and builds new relationship and friendships with everybody. This program was initiated 2 years back, and we began with pre-primary and went on to the junior school, middle school, senior school is also we are entering. We have found that today's children are, faced with a lot of challenges, and pandemic being another one which has to come our way. But we all proud teachers are very resilient, and we have seen that we have overcome this untoward sudden challenge for our teachers in a very novel way. We personally believe, at this stage of my life myself, like Karuna madam is saying, that we all feel the end of the day we need to be happy, and learning has to be a happy affair. It should not be something to do with marks and all of that. That's not important at all. When you're eating, you're feeling happy. Ice cream, you're feeling happy. So first thing is, when you're feeling happy, then only the other thoughts and behaviors will come. But somehow in the traditional system, we have tried to make it very autocratic, very teacher-centric. Now we are moving, definitely we have moved a long way, and we have understood. Now we have to walk the talk. When we reach out, we know that we have 35, 40 children in our classroom. Each child is different. We need to individualize instruction. We have to see that the learning styles are different. All of this is, are we getting our brain gym activities in the classroom? Are we doing that to see that our brain shifts and there are good, quick energizers immediately? Come on, let's quickly close with a quick brain gym. How about, putting your arms in front and like this? Can you do that? Can you do that? All of you, can you do that? Then change it. Can you do that? Okay. Can you make a figure of 8 in a mirror fashion? Can you do that? Right? Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you make a bird and this thing quickly? Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? Yeah. Is it possible? Is it possible? No, or yes, or what? So all of these things are very, very important. There are a lot of strategies, and I'm sure you all have much more to share. Reach out to us and let us know if you have something interesting to tell us. We'll try to document and come out with another book of teachers walking the talk, how to make the children happy and livelier souls. Thank you once again. Don't want to switch off, but since Sophia is waiting for this scene, sister is there. Dia school is there, Delhi Public School there, SSC is there, everybody is there with us. Thank you once again. Togetherness is contagious, and we are a very strong hub, I would say. So time to say bye-bye. Time to say bye-bye. Right?
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful session. Really enjoyed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here it's Rachna from Cambridge School, Elanka. Don't know how this 1 hour, just wishing that we could have had some more time to spend with you all to know about this. So waiting for some more sessions like this, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Indeed, very happy. So friends, time to say bye-bye, and we can now leave the program. Thank you once again. Once again, I'm thanking my core team, Aarti, Ramya, and Mamta. Thank you very much. Other participants can please exit and the recording can stop. Please stop recording.